we're perfectly mid. It's Emily.
Steve.
And me, Carlo.
I was confused.
The gang's all here. And we're going to talk about the Anime Awards. Hot topic.
Yeah. Have we talked about this before?
Well, we talked about the nominations.
That's
I don't think
true.
we talked about the results.
Yeah,
So-
we had guesses.
We had guesses.
I wasn't
think
there.
we were pretty... I feel like we
were
parred
pretty
pretty
spot
well.
on.
The Anime Awards are over.
They're over.
Yeah.
They're done. And how have they been received by like the general public?
Really, really poor. Well,
I
by
feel
the
like
general
mixed
public, you mean the
bag.
people who picked the winners? Like, probably
By-
fine.
by general
the
public-
anime community,
Yeah.
very poorly.
When I say general public, I mean anime community. But general public, I mean people who vote for the Oscars.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, it was mostly civilian vote. So, like, if a thing won, that means probably a majority of people voted for it. But the anime communities that, like, watch more things are all pretty poorly reviewing it. Yeah.
Why? Like, is it too casual?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, you can't. I think of this as like a popularity contest.
Correct.
Like, you know, it may not be the best choice, but it's the safest choice, or it's the easiest choice, or it's had the most reach.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say safest, or it's literally just most reach.
Okay.
So the problem I think people have with it is they call themselves the Anime Awards and they name their categories best, and it's usually not best. It's most popular.
So why don't they just remove all superlative from it and they just say action anime?
Movie or show of the year, not best. It's just anime of the year.
Yeah, or anime of this year.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's because
It was
we're too
of this year.
objective. We're like, okay, what are the views? What are the
And also one of them, which we can get into, one because people were voting off of something that didn't happen in 2024. They were voting off of the season that was airing in 2025.
Let's go through it. Let's go through it.
Well,
Should we-
let's start off with an award that I think we can all agree on.
Okay. Best Arabic voice actor. Good job. I could totally agree.
Yes. Also, the must protect at all costs, which is the same character that won, which is Anya Forger.
It was Anya, Frieren, Okarun.
Did we
Senshi.
predict this one?
Yeah. Well, no, because the must protect at all costs award is just the Anya Forger award.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
It doesn't. Wait, like Frieren, she can protect herself.
This is the conversation we had. Most
is-
of them
Okay,
can
got it,
protect
got it,
themselves.
got it, got
Yeah.
We were like, maybe Anya, and then Yuki is literally deaf and disabled. So,
So
like,
it'd be rude to give it to her because
Yeah.
like she's capable.
she's more than capable. She goes to college.
Yeah, giving it to her would be like the "we're calling you disabled" award, which would be messed up.
That should be an award.
Yeah.
I think
don't know
should
about
be a-
that
So
one.
yeah,
Just
exactly.
the silent voice and sign of affection.
Right, exactly. So it's been 3 years. Anya has won
And
every
Josie
year.
and the Tiger Fish.
And next year, or in 2025, we're getting Spy Family this fall.
Yep.
Anya's gonna win it again. Why does this exist?
That's a good
They
question.
just need the cutest character award.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much because then other people could be nominated.
like Levi.
Yeah, must protect is an anime term, but like a lot of the characters it refers to are for anime that like mainstream people aren't watching. So like Anya just wins it.
Okay. It's like
Yeah.
I know who that is.
Like,
I'm gonna.
yeah, like characters from
she's
Laid Back
cute.
Camp could have been nominated, but like it's not getting enough views for people to nominate.
And she
it
has
for
a lot.
Crunchyroll.
She's memeable. She
Yeah.
has a lot of like cute little memes, cute little sayings.
I do like that Senshi was nominated.
Yeah. But again, he can protect himself. So can Starlight Anya. Arguably, she saves her parents more than anybody's saving her. So
Yeah. All right.
Alas.
That makes sense. So like people are just more up in arms, but that like this still exists.
yeah, no one's really mad about that. They're just
Yeah.
like, this has been stupid. We all knew who was going to win. Why do you even have this?
This is a waste of
It's
space.
literally
Okay.
like I'm trying to find the next one now. Like who wins the best animation award every year? We all know that
Oh
one.
yeah, it's
Oh, it's Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
actually, don't tell me since I wasn't there and I don't know the nominees. I want to try and guess who won everything.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Fair.
Maybe
fair.
turn that just a little bit away so you can't see
Yeah.
it.
So then best animation, I feel like same every year.
Demon Slayer wins it. And like Demon Slayer, good animation, but I think other people said this too, maybe in episode 8, but like the whole show did not deserve best animation up against.
objectively speaking, the Hashira training arc is like by far the weakest Demon Slayer
Yes,
season.
I agree.
I would say season 3 was weaker in terms of animation.
What was
because a
season
lot of
3?
that was the
in terms
fish.
of animation.
It was all the fish and like the CG fish that were being used out of the water pot. There were some strong parts, but there were a lot of weak parts to season 3. But I agree, it's not a great season.
It's also like a little annoying because it's not like the art changes or improves drastically season over season.
I would argue
So-
it didn't change at all.
Yeah, so if you're just awarding,
Yeah.
it's sort of like the Anya Award. It's just like a waste. Give it to somebody else.
Compared to Frieren, Delicious in Dungeon,
Mm-hmm.
even Kaiju number 8, I would argue had some much better animation.
And I think part of awards shows, like I take umbrage with award shows and like, oh, this is the best thing of the year. I think art is subjective, but what I do think it does well is it creates a platform for things that haven't been seen or need or deserve an audience to get that recognition.
And this is not what that is at
Yeah.
all. This does not almost never gives recognition to a show that isn't massively popular.
Very rarely,
that's a
unless it was Yuri on Ice, that one anime. Of the
And
year.
there's a reason for that. We can talk about this real quick. So the structure of the voting has changed every year. The guy who created it knew there were problems, but he had to set it up. His
Mr.
name's
Crunchyroll.
Miles Atherton.
Mr. Roll.
He does a podcast now called Quest for the Best with Mother's Basement, and
He's obsessed with finding the best of things.
yeah, but they consume a ton of anime. And from the first year, he was like, we made the popular vote too important. That's why Yuri on Ice won everything. It was 70% popular vote, and he's like,
70%.
don't get me wrong, Yuri on Ice was good, but like it should not have won everything. That's insane. We let random people care too way too much.
Yeah.
So he kept fixing it, and they would always make public how they voted. But Crunchyroll didn't do that this year. They hid how the system works. And from everything they've heard, like one of the guys on the podcast was a celebrity judge or whatever, so like involved with the nominations. He's like, the last time I was asked to vote was for the nominations. All those people didn't vote for the actual vote. They just made the nominations happen.
So we don't even know if it's 70%, 100%.
They don't know if their votes mattered in the final count. Yeah.
And you can vote multiple times.
You can vote every day.
Spam.
Yeah, you can spam vote every day. Yeah. Instead of just voting once. So for all of that and more, it's not a good structure. And the fact that they hid how it was done means they're probably aware it's not a good system.
And for it being the largest anime award in the US,
yeah.
There's really not a lot of
Well, I
integrity
feel
in the
it's not
system.
like,
That's-
High Dive is giving out anime awards.
Yeah,
or
and High
like-
Dive shows aren't getting included.
Right.
Like it's also
Which would
very
make sense.
biased towards
Crunchyroll,
Crunchyroll
yeah.
shows. So like the fact that
I was very-
Dangers in Your Heart even got nominated is
Or Blue Box.
Or Blue Box, yeah.
Or Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Yeah.
Or Cyberpunk.
But like Ninja Kamui getting included is because it was on Crunchyroll, not because it should have been a nominee. So,
That's a shame.
you know.
Okay, just have me guess the next one.
All right, best anime song.
And for some clarification on this one, we actually guessed the one we wanted to win did okay, but we guessed incorrectly on
Okay.
who would win this.
I don't know if it was even included. I don't know the nominees.
Just-
Abyss, Bling Bang Bang Born,
it's
Fatal,
Bling Bang Bang
Level.
Born. It has to be Bling Bang Bang Born.
We thought that would happen because we figured it would
was
overweigh.
like-
Which one would actually be your favorite? It was also Otonoke, the Brave, Level, so the solo leveling, first song, Fatal for Oshinoko Season 2, Bling Bang Bang Born, and Abyss from Kaiju number 8.
Oh, I would want Kaiju number 8.
Interesting.
The
like that
Youngblood song,
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah, I like that song.
We wanted Otonoke.
Otonoke?
Otonoke won.
And
Okay.
it won.
Cool.
Yeah, it actually won, which
So
was
this is-
surprising
this
because
is
it's a better song.
Than
And it's best
Bling
song.
Bang
It's
Bang
best
Born.
song, not best opening.
Oh, so this is just the song, not
Yes.
not the animation.
So it actually won, which was surprising.
Cool. All right. Nobody up in arms about this one.
No.
All right.
No. Which one do you want to cover next?
Oh,
This one's fine.
This one's fine. I'm fine with this.
Best supporting character.
Okay, read them out.
Fern, Himmel, Jinshi, Psycho, Senshi, or Turbo Granny.
I want Senshi to win.
Okay.
Judging by popularity, Psycho.
We said Himmel should win. I kind of won Emily over on this because like Himmel is just the best guy.
He's the driver
Yeah.
of Free
Who won?
Ren.
Fern,
Fern.
which is a fine support.
Okay.
You know,
And
totally valid.
was there
were
any-
no bad nominees in there.
Anybody
Yeah.
up in arms about this one?
No.
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 Cool.
I mean, people were like, come on, Himmel, but like nobody was really mad. It was
Yeah.
just like Himmel is clearly the best person in this group, but...
So the ones were in the beginning. These are the ones
These are
that
the
people are
songs.
like,
These are the songs.
okay,
Now
are
we're
we
gonna
doing this one?
You want to
Okay.
do this one? Or you
Sure.
want- Okay.
I mean, I think we could just say some of these because I don't know if he's going to know. So like Best Slice of Life, I don't think you watched most of these.
Yeah,
but like,
Too
if
Many
you remember
Losing
Too Many
Heroines.
Losing Heroines? I
Nope.
was hoping would win. It won Best Slice of Life.
Okay.
What do you think won Best Drama?
Sign of Affection, which you didn't watch.
Uh-huh.
Dead Demon. You didn't watch this one.
Free
Ren, Oshinoko Season 2, Pluto, or Apothecary Diaries.
I want Apothecary Diaries. Was it Oshinoko?
No, it was Frieren.
Free Ren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't listening.
I feel like
Free Ren
drama
makes sense.
is
Okay.
it's
yeah.
just an interesting
It
category.
kind of
That's
fits.
fair,
Like it's
fair.
action, but there's way more slow moments. So like it's
Yeah.
It could have been Slice of Life. Best Isekai was ReZero. Was the right winner. You
I was
weren't
like,
in any of them.
and you mean Suicide Squad? Isekai didn't win.
Having watched all of them, ReZero was the right answer.
Let's get to the controversial ones.
What do you think? I mean, this is easy. What do you think won Best Action? I'm not even going to tell you the nominees.
Solo leveling.
Yeah, surprise.
I agree.
Do this one.
Okay, best main character. Free Ren, Kafka Hibino, Okarun, Mao Mao, Momo, or Sung Jinu.
Sung Jinwoo.
Who would you pick?
Sung Jinwoo. Is it Sung or Sun?
It's Sung Jinwoo.
But they say Jiwoo in the dub.
But you're listening to the
US.
the dub.
Yeah, Jiwoo.
Huh.
Weird. But is it sung with a G or
Yeah.
With a G,
Sung,
yeah.
Sung Ji-woo. And what was the question?
Who would you pick, personally?
Read them one more time.
Frieren, Kafka, Okarun, Mao Mao, Momo, Sung Jin-woo.
I think Momo.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. Mao Mao. Mao Mao is a Apothecary
Yeah.
Diaries.
Yes.
Momo
I
is
heard
Stand
Mao
Together.
Mao, even though you said Momo. Yeah.
I meant Mao Mao.
People wanted Mao Mao to win this one.
Okay.
Mama, by the way, because you wouldn't know the nominees, won Best Voice Actress Japanese, which was totally deserved. Everybody agreed she's amazing. So
And that part also has a lot to act.
Yes.
Like, it's not just yelling because I'm putting in all my energy into a punch.
but like also cool that Jin-woo's voice actor didn't win because I mean he was nominated in every single country.
Alex Lee was really good.
Well, speaking of he won Best English Dub.
But would you actually think he's the best English
thought he
voice
was-
for all of them? Because he doesn't have much room to work.
Who were
with
the other
that
ones?
Character.
Who are the other ones?
AJ Beckles is Okarun, Alex Lee, Jesse James Grell is Armin, Mallory Roddick is Free.
Armin?
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
did the
because
final
of the final
season
movie.
movie came out.
There's a right answer for this, by the way.
Mallory Roddick is Freerin, Sarah Nadochenny as Alia, and then Sungwon Cho as Senshi.
Alia is...
Alia always sometimes hides her
You
feelings
didn't
in
watch
Russian.
that one.
I know what you're-
Sungwon Cho, so Pro ZD is Senshi.
Yeah.
If I think about it, from just acting-wise...
In the role, acting in the role.
Acting in the role that they were given,
Yep.
I think... Oh.
You're thinking too hard.
No, I really think that Alex Lee did a great job.
No, it's Sungwon Cho as Senshi.
Oh, Pro ZD.
Yeah,
Pro ZD as Senshi.
But like, there's way more range in that role. It's not Alex Lee's fault, but like, there's no range in Sung Jin-woo.
I
He
don't...
did better roles that year than Sung Jin-woo.
I think the range is there. I think it's just very subtle. I think he was able to take a very underwritten character, at least in terms of script, and create so much out of it. I also just think he's an incredible
He's very
voice
good.
actor. So maybe I'm a little biased because it's like I'm looking at him and all of
You're
his
looking
work.
at his
Yeah,
portfolio.
you're not just judging it for solo leveling. By the way, season 1, which is going to come up later. Like, this is for season 1. Season 2 is in 2025. It
Oh.
is not eligible.
Oh, it's only season 1?
It is technically not eligible.
Season 1 was good. Season 2 was better. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe it should have
Notice
gone
how
to...
notice how we had to tell you that.
Yeah, so maybe it should have gone to Pro ZD for
Senshi.
his role in solo leveling.
That's like the number 2.
the A rank, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't show me.
Oh yeah. I mean, you saw it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, best comedy anime.
Delicious in Dungeon, Konosuba Mashal, The Deer One, Ranma One Half, or Spy Family.
Ugh, if Spy Family won, that's annoying.
Okay.
Did
Which
it
one
win?
would you pick, and which one?
What
do
were
you
the
think won?
Delicious in Dungeon.
Delicious in Dungeon.
Konosuba. Mashal.
Ugh, if Mashal won, that's
Yoko
annoying too.
Tan,
I want
Ranma.
Delicious in Dungeon to win.
Okay, well, we
Mashal
also,
won.
I think we agreed either Delicious in Dungeon or Konosuba for ourselves, but like
Yeah.
we figured Mashal and
Yeah,
Mashal
that
won.
ugh.
Which
And
is-
were people upset about that?
I mean, I haven't seen specifically. I'm upset about it because like it's fine, but it's like
Another
it's pretty-
Alex
it's
Lee
pretty-
character.
It's pretty base level Japanese comedy. Like we've seen that level of
Yes.
comedy in anime 10 years ago.
It's
It's not being creative or new with the comedy, which is fine. You can enjoy it, but
Yeah.
like
and I think it's a very like mid anime in that like it doesn't grow. Like you don't as the episodes go by, you're not like, oh, I want to watch more. You're like, okay, I watched an episode.
yeah.
I'll put on another one. That's annoying.
I mean,
don't know if we
I'm
need to
I'm gonna rattle off some of like
Do it.
the other ones because I think it then leads into like the
wanna say that
final
one? 'Cause I don't even think
discussion.
he saw it.
Yeah, no. Best romance is Blue Box, which is
Well
surprising. A Netflix dude.
Yeah.
Background art was Freerin.
Fair.
Which I wouldn't have given it to of them, but like it's a good choice.
Yeah, solid
that-
choice.
I would have given it to Delicious and Dungeon.
Best director was also Freerin.
Yep.
And
Keiichiro
then
Saito.
best characters. I don't think anyone was upset by this either, right?
Best character design for Don Don? No, I don't think were there any bad. No, they were all fair.
Character
Yeah.
design is interesting because it's like it's adapted. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
But it's adapted emotion too.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the Serpoians,
The Serpoians, Turbo Granny with all the movement.
the way the movement was
Yeah.
really good. Okay, so it's inclusive of like how it's
Yeah,
not
I think
just
so.
like-
I think
Yeah.
it's not just like a static image, but like all the ways you've seen them as they're moving around. Like, was the character design pretty good?
fair.
Yeah.
Fair. So is that the only thing that
No.
Dan got?
Oh, it got the song, and I think
Yeah.
it also won best opening Like 'cause it was
opening
song
sequence.
and opening sequence.
Yeah.
Okay, won both. Which is
Yeah.
Those are
and then I
really
don't even
good.
think they did one for ending.
I don't think they did either.
Or maybe it was just song but not sequence.
Was
Uh,
which
Oh, it
it
was just
ending
sequence.
which watch is not part of this, right?
Yeah, okay, so here's one you can guess. Best anime ending sequence. You've got the one from Ranma 1/2, Oshinoko Season 2, Elusive Samurai, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, Don Don Don.
Oh, if it probably went to Solo Leveling,
Yeah.
but that's
That's
that
such a
was so
bad
bad.
ending.
That was a bit. Carlos skipped it everything.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, the first season's OP and ED were terrible.
Yeah.
The second season's OP,
Is okay.
Well, because
I-
it's
it's
Lisa
okay,
and
best.
Felix.
yeah.
Yeah, their song carries that opening hard.
Yes, it
Because
does.
actually I don't like the sequence, I just like the song.
Yeah, the sequence is okay. If next year, which watch better win OP?
Right, yeah.
Like,
we could talk about that,
has
but
to.
it's absolutely up there.
Has to. Okay.
Okay.
So this is where people.
So there's
now we've gotten to the point where people.
There's
are mad.
2 categories, and you're basically voting for both because it was there.
Yeah.
Well, actually, just real quick, what do you think won best movie?
Oh, was it fucking Demon Slayer?
No. There wasn't a movie. It was Haikyuu the movie, Look Back, Mononoke the movie, My Hero Academia You're Next, Spy Family White, and Colors Within.
I hope Look Back won.
It did.
It did.
I was very because I figured not that many anime fans would have watched it compared to like Spy Family. So impressive.
Good. All right.
But there's 2. There's best continuing series and best. Wait, was it continue? No, sorry.
No,
best
it's
new
best
anime.
new
Best
and
new
then
anime of the year.
So all the
Same nominees for
all
both
the
of these.
small cards. Everyone.
Continuing was Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, continuing is Demon Slayer, which I don't agree with.
All the small cards. People were like, cool.
Continuing is not. No. I think people were like continuing is a stupid choice because you had
Yeah.
like Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, then Demon Slayer, My Hero Season 7, One Piece, Oshinoko Season 2, and Spy Family Season 2. Oshinoko is great. One Piece like is blowing people away because they changed the art. Bleach has been good. Demon Slayer did not feel like the right choice.
But-
Again, Hashira training arc.
yeah.
But like all the small cards, like the lower or the not as prestigious
okay.
awards, people are like, okay,
I will
cool.
say the voice actor for Solo Leveling won in almost every language, which is silly. Oh, and
that's
best. What was the one Kamui got? Ninja
Oh, it was
Kamui?
an original.
Original anime. Best original anime. Horrible. Nobody.
There were no good choices.
The people who watched this anime hated it, but a lot more people saw it. So Miles Atherton had a good point. He's like, if 10 times more people watched it, even if they hated it than all the other anime, if they didn't see the others, all it takes is
recognition.
1 out of 10 to vote for it. Yeah.
There should be ranked choice voting.
Yeah, exactly. or more importantly, like it should be like what the Oscars is trying to supposedly be, which is less popular people voting, and you have to have seen everything to vote.
Yeah, that would be nice. You have to see everything. So it's literally just the top 2 that people are having.
That
were
and the
having
Anya
issues.
thing. There's a
Yeah.
couple, but like it's more.
That's irritating.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
everything comparatively. I mean, let's face it. It's like the best picture award. It's small potato. Everything else is small potatoes.
Yeah,
Next
you can
to
be
the-
upset if something is robbed or snubbed, but it doesn't get as much attention.
yeah, okay,
Right.
okay.
Okay.
But so best new anime series and anime of the year are the same exact nominees
No continuing anime was considered.
for either category.
Okay, interesting.
So it's Dan, Delicious in Dungeon, Frieren, Kaiju, Solo Leveling, and Apothecary.
It's
there.
gotta be
So
Solo
the top
Leveling
the top 4 best anime we put in our rankings, and then Solo Leveling and Kaiju.
It's gotta be Solo Leveling,
Yeah.
winner of both.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, Solo Leveling is
Season 1.
Season 1.
By the way, and here's the other massive problem. It
Okay.
doesn't say season 1. It
just
says
says
solo
solo
leveling.
leveling.
Most people voting don't understand that, hey, don't count season 2 because you're watching that in 2025 and it doesn't count.
There is no integrity in this.
There's no
whole-
integrity in the system. It should literally it should say solo leveling season 1 and then big asterisk. Do not consider if you're enjoying season 2. That is not relevant.
Yeah, but I don't think that would really.
It wouldn't.
I don't
but
think it
like, But the
changes.
fact they didn't even put season 1, so nobody could have even
What do you mean? There's
tried
the
to be.
picture of it. There he is.
No one's
But you
no one's looking at that picture. They're like,
I'm
oh yeah, he
kidding.
used to not have that amazing jawline.
He needs his evolution. You know?
Oh yeah,
He's
watching
like
it.
Pokemon.
So we binged it.
Yeah.
This was the first anime I have binged in a very long time.
Yep.
Binged without looking at my phone. Like next episode. It's 2 a.m. We're like,
Yep.
we gotta finish it. Looking at all of these nominees and knowing that Solo Leveling won, it's junk food. It's
Correct.
fucking like how are you going to put like we're gonna have foie gras and sushi and this wonderful pasta
A nice farm to table meal.
yeah, and then you're gonna have a Big
Pizza.
Mac
Bag
Or
of
pizza.
Cheetos.
or pizza, and you're like everybody vote.
No,
for
no,
your
there's
favorite
good
food.
pizza. Big Mac was the right answer.
Fine.
Well, put Big Mac, and like everyone's like, oh, I've had a Big Mac. I guess I'll vote for that.
Yeah.
Like, it's popular for a reason. It's not bad.
It got, I think, something like I'm gonna get the metrics wrong. I think it was like 6 times more watched than Dandadan as the second most watched anime according to metrics that we have access to. Solo Leveling is the most watched show that Crunchyroll has ever had. So by sheer numbers, more people have seen it than anything else.
Yeah. And I mean, knowing that there's no integrity to the voting and knowing that it's a lot of popularity and name recognition, I'm not mad. I wish more people watched Dandadan and I wish it won, but I also am not mad that this won because it's good and it gets a lot of people to watch anime. It's like if this existed when Dragon Ball Z existed, no one would care about Vegeta.
I'm mad because I don't trust it got a lot of people to watch more anime. I think they're the people who they watched this and none of the other shows, because if you watch any of the other shows, I think you would have voted differently. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people who consume 2-3 anime.
Yeah.
And they watched this. And I don't think hopefully they grow up and watch more, but I don't think this year they did.
Solo Leveling is totally the one where it's for people who just have shown bone.
Yeah.
They only watch shonen, and I think that, but it also has people like us, that have watched a lot and consumed a lot, and casuals, and so I understand why it won. Do I think it deserved it? I mean, biasly, I wish Apothecary Diaries won because I do think it's more accessible and having a female character would be kick-ass. Frieren, also fabulous choice. Solo Leveling, I think it's just a fun watch, and that's why people.
It's just entertaining.
It's a fun watch, and every episode is action-packed. It's 12 episodes. It's easily palatable.
The pacing is great.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and you're like, ugh, I gotta watch a training arc for 3 episodes. No, it just goes. So it makes it really easy to watch too. It's junk food. It's junk food.
It is junk food.
But it also does. It knows it's junk food, and it does it really well. Every anime that it copies the best parts of those animes.
I will say, and you're probably starting to see it in season 2. And season 2 is literally the best part of the series. It's downhill from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, so
even the manga.
How were you feeling in the last couple episodes about every other character in the show?
About every other character?
Yeah.
What do you mean every other character?
Exactly. and what is his skill? Leveling up. So every season after this, everybody becomes less relevant than they already are, which is irrelevant. It's just the nature of it.
I can see
it's just about him, and you've got all these cool human hunters. None of them matter, except for the girl, because she's hot, and therefore he can not really be into her. She's into him.
The alpha.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were talking about his sister.
Cha Hae-in, I think her name is.
Yeah, the blonde one.
Oh, we're not talking about his sister. His hot sister.
His sister's great. Oh yeah, of course the sister's hot too.
His hot sister.
Yeah, all the girls in the series have the same body type.
I actually appreciated in the beginning. I was like, oh, this is Korean. Their character design is a little different. The women were a little more modest, and then that's because they were in street clothes. And then once they got into their hunter outfits, I'm like, oh, it's the same.
It's the same.
I also really enjoyed that they made Japan such a bad guy. And
it's way worse in the webtoon.
Really?
Yeah, they toned it down. And in Japan, they never say that Sun Jin-woo is from Korea, and they never name the Japanese hunters as Japanese.
Oh, so
because they knew it wouldn't, the webtoon wasn't popular in Japan because it portrays Japan as at least some of the Japanese is bad.
That's smart.
So, yeah.
I also really liked that in season 2, the American hunter that is as strong as an army, his name is Thomas Anderson.
Thomas Anderson, he's cool. Thomas Anderson's
He just looks like All Might.
Yeah, he's just a big burly dude.
At the end,
Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, huge. And at the end of season 2, I said this to you immediately after. I'm like, if it ended now, I think this would be one of the most memorable anime of all time. If it continues and gets worse, that's a disappointment.
Because A1 has said, the problem with anime is it takes years to put anything in production. Their workflow is full. So they've said we don't currently have a season 3. We know people want it, but no, it's not lined up. They weren't expecting it to get as popular as it did. Partly because all the other webtoons that have had adaptations like Tower of God, God of High School,
True Beauty,
Noblesse, that too. But I was thinking of the action ones. None of them have done very well. So I don't think they were expecting it to hit as hard as it did.
Well, the two manhwa adapted anime that I've watched, True Beauty and Solo Leveling, have been great. So the Koreans are 100% hit rate in my book.
It's
a 20% or less for me, but I've seen a few more of them.
And the dub cast is friggin' stacked.
Oh, it is stacked.
Stacked.
Every voice you've heard in anime that has had an impact on you in the last 10 years is in this anime.
I think they knew, because the webtoon is very popular, but not in Japan. So my assumption, can't prove this, is the reason they don't have a season 3 in the pipeline is Japan did not expect it to take off that well. But like in America, they were like, no, this webtoon's huge. Everybody wants this. Let's get a good voice cast for it.
Oh, such good voice
They
cast.
do a great job. Like the guy who voices Endeavor in My Hero Academia is in it, and he like dies in like 2 episodes. I'm like, they wasted Endeavor.
Yeah.
Who else is gonna be in
Then
this?
Chris Sabat shows up. Todd Haberkorn
Chris
shows
Sabat-
up.
Is he the American?
Chris Sabat is the
Thomas
werelion.
Anderson? Oh, okay.
Chris Sabat is the werelion. ProZD is the
Number 2.
Number 2, like the agency one.
Oh, okay.
The A rank.
He's cool. I like him.
Aizawa is Goto, the Japanese leader.
Okay, I was gonna say I forgot his name because none of their names.
But he
matter. I
looked.
know who you
He
mean,
looks like Aizawa,
And then
I
you
was
have
like, that's
Chika
gonna be
and
Aizawa.
Kaguya from Love is War, the 2
Yes.
girl characters.
Who voices Chahayan?
Oh, I don't know. That one I'm not sure about.
I mean, she's the only one who's gonna show up again in the future. I mean, they'll be there. But she's the only girl
voiced
who gets to
the
keep
little
appearing.
elf.
the demon girl that guides him through
Gotcha.
80 and up.
And Kaguya is the mousy friend. The mousy little friend.
Oh, the one who joins him, like the E rank.
Yeah,
that joins
his
him.
sister's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's Mao Mao.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
Emmy
wow.
Lowe. Kaguya is the healer her healer friend.
Oh.
From early on that
Yeah.
gets scared and doesn't
Yeah.
come back in. Yeah.
Yeah, the one who has severe PTSD.
Yeah. So I mean, I watched it all like when it came out each week.
Oh, and Justin Briner.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
like, you know, as soon as I watched it mentally, I was like, I already forgot what happened because like it's just it's like a bag of chips. You're just consuming it because it's there, but it's not filling you up.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't fill me up.
Like you're not going to go back and rewatch it.
I wouldn't go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
But if I was browsing TikTok and one of the fight scenes came on, I'd be like,
Sure,
yeah,
but like you're not like, oh, I need
run
to
it.
see that again because like I want to pick up on things I missed
No,
or I
yeah.
really want to consume the story again. The story's not important.
There's also Sister Leveling, which is like so funny.
Sister leveling?
Yeah, the parody, it's like 50%
Oh, I saw
off.
that where she's into him and she's trying to like.
It's like 50% off for free. Like, it's like a fan dub that makes it funny.
Oh yeah.
You referenced another thing that I didn't know the name of.
It is funny
50%
that like.
off is the free one. Sister Leveling is for solo leveling.
Oh, what's funny is you.
G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe.
And then what's
from
the
E-Bombs
Attack on
World.
Titan one?
I don't know.
Oh,
This is funny because like I watched fan dubbing like 15, 20 years ago. So like all the ones I would reference are like too old and I don't know the ones you're mentioning because I haven't seen like newer ones.
I only know like the ones from
I know
E-Bombs
like
World.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh my
one was
God, with
really,
Joey?
really good.
Like with Joey having the thick
American
New York
accent, but also the very first episode when Kaiba's like, I play 2 more blue eyes and Yuki's like, that's
not how you play
Fuck
it.
the rules, I have money.
Attack on Titan
I
is
use
slap
that
on
in
Titan.
conversations with like my family sometimes, and they don't know what I'm talking about.
The Attack on Titan one is Slap on Titan.
Slap on
Slap on
Titan. Okay, I think
I
I've seen
play
clips of
Pot
that.
of Greed,
Yeah,
and
So,
I
like,
draw 2 more cards.
popularity contest. It won a popularity contest. People liked watching it.
Yeah.
I'm not happy it won, but I understand why. I just don't.
Are you-
Unfortunately for Crunchyroll, I don't value their awards at all because of this.
Fair. Do you think solo leveling winning, or do you think solo leveling is not a good representation of anime?
No, I don't. I think it's representative of a very particular type of anime.
Yeah.
Because
The one that most
one other
people
thing I'll
know is
comment
anime.
on is people like, oh, the animation is so good. The animation is good when there's fight scenes.
Yes.
There's a lot of not well animated parts of solo leveling,
yeah.
like when people are talking or doing anything else. Like it's literally just they did a very good job on it, but I think it's a bad representation because it's all in on just fight scenes and not that you didn't enjoy it, but like it's targeted towards boys who want to see a guy be stronger than everything else and just beat down everything. He's never threatened or challenged.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a great represent. If I had to show someone an anime to be like, this is what anime is, I would not show them solo leveling.
It's a more serious One Punch Man.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a more
And
serious.
shorter Chimera Ant arc.
yeah.
And I love how the ant is like, your name is Beru.
Beru's a good character.
So like you have Sakamoto Days, you have One Punch Man, and you have solo leveling of like 3 fantasy like
OPs.
OP fantasy men.
Yeah.
And like I'd say Sakamoto Days is like the emotional one.
A bit. I
Of
mean,
the-
the
of the
manga's
3.
got a lot of comedy in it. It's definitely
Yeah.
funnier than solo leveling, but yeah.
But of the 3, it's like the emotional one. Like it's about family. It's about like being connected to the ones around you.
yeah.
And also the tunnel effect. Have you seen those memes?
No.
Who's the blonde guy? It was just in the manga.
Oh, the Esper?
The blonde guy from the very beginning.
The one who
can read
the one
minds.
yeah. He gets sliced by a sword, but like nothing happens to him,
yeah.
and there's like the tunnel effect. Like molecules can pass through molecules.
There's some ridiculous science.
Yeah, there's
in
some,
it. It's great.
but that's the emotional one. One Punch Man is the comedy, and then I'd say Solo Leveling is the Shonbone one. It is the shonen of the shonen.
I would caveat just real quick, like One Punch also has very emotional moments, like Movement Rider and things. Like it also does like him struggling.
Yeah, I think
the other two do other things, and Solo Leveling is just
that.
It's just aura farming.
Yeah. What is aura farming?
Aura farming is just standing looking cool.
Really
like
cool.
aura farming is like Piccolo. Piccolo is aura farming, where he's always got like the crossed arms in the tokens.
Piccolo is also
I'm not saying
a
he's
great
bad.
dad.
No. Aura farming is like it's about
Frieza.
So
Frieza's
everything he does is aura farming. So like there's constant jokes about like I'm not going to show up yet. They're not beaten down and bleeding enough, and like waiting. Now I'm going to show up, turned around, holding this.
Oh yes.
Like all he does is aura farming.
I love that. Yeah. I love when every time you're like, where is he? He's on top of a building for some reason.
Yeah.
Just looking
That
down.
was literally the Miku contest.
Yeah, it's like, why aren't you getting involved?
So
Civilians have
at the
died.
Miku lookalike contest,
Oh, yes.
there was a guy just standing on, in Japan Village, if anyone has been there, they have like the pink towers there, and there was a guy just standing on top of it. We'll insert a picture.
Looking down at everybody.
Yeah, just looking down at the Miku, and then literally people were posting, it was like, who is aura farming at the Miku con?
Yeah. It's just looking cool and aloof and like more powerful.
I'm cooler than everything else.
That's everything Solo Leveling is.
In terms of my take on your question.
Which question?
If it's a good representation.
Oh, yeah.
I think... I agree with Steve. I don't think it's a good representation because there's already so much representation of that type of anime. So it's a representation of what everybody already knows is what anime is versus I see representation as seeing something new. And so like you've seen Solo Leveling before in a different guise and a different mask.
Like One Punch Man. It's better in every way.
Another anime would be like a Frieren or an Apothecary Diaries is seeing something new and be like, oh, this is also anime and it's also good.
Yeah. Like better proving to people that anime is a genre, not a type. Because people who don't know anime and see Solo Leveling are like, anime is exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fight scenes and it's targeted at young men.
It's like, to me, it's like the Spark Notes version of anime. Like if an alien came and they're like, what is popular anime? I just show them Solo Leveling. Like it doesn't have to be good.
Popular,
it's just like
you might be correct.
What is the most generic anime you can make?
Yeah, that dude just standing up on top of the tower.
Oh my god!
Down on everyone. Yeah,
he is.
That's aura farming.
That's Sung Jin-woo.
Yeah.
Who the hell is that?
Xander.
That's Xander.
No, I like.
But like Gojo does a fair amount of aura farming in the anime or in the manga.
I love that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
All right. Well, aura farming.
So I'm glad to hear you
both.
both enjoyed it. Did you also enjoyed it?
It was a fun watch.
Yeah.
Like, is it in my top 10, 15, 20? Absolutely
I just wasn't sure if you enjoy it because like it is very much just cool dude doing cool dude shit. Like women might as well not exist in this except for being attracted to him.
Or just being a healer, unless you're Chahe.
Yeah.
But
the women are all healers except for Cha.
I think the piece that I really enjoyed was just seeing all the different voice actors that I know and love. Like, and I really do think Alex Lee did an excellent job, and I just think he's an amazing voice actor. Yeah. Like knowing he's also done Kazuya, Gigi, Zenitsu.
I hate two of
Mashal,
characters.
Like he has a lot of range.
Yeah.
I hope,
and he's all self-taught.
Yeah,
like
he is very
that's crazy.
He is very good. It is just funny that like a lot of characters he voiced, I'm like, I don't like the character. It has nothing to do with him. I just don't like those characters.
Stuff, but I think for me it was a fun watch, and also I was kind of just making a joke about it the whole time of when his sexy hard hat arc.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, wearing the thin vest. Everybody's constantly doubting him. Like,
every time he opened up his inventory, Emily goes, "There's no hard hat there.
Yeah.
Where's the hard hat?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Where's Daddy? When does Daddy come back?"
Oh yeah, when does Daddy, who looks like he should be voiced by Jonah Scott?
Yeah.
He looks like the guy from Blue Lock, the one with heterochromia in the U20 arc.
Yeah.
I hope something good comes out of it, and what I think good will come out of it, there's definitely a population of kids who are like a little bit chubby, and they're like, oh, If
The power of God in
Sung
anime.
Jin-woo can do it, I can do it.
And I do like I was crapping on like I think obviously I don't think a lot of people who watch it are gonna explore anime, but some of them will, and hopefully some of them will look at the Anime of the Year nominees and watch.
That's
a couple
what I was
others.
just gonna say.
I hope that will happen. My worry, on the other hand, is that A1 is going to kick something out of the pipeline that would be a better show to make a season 3 of this. And season 3, it does just get worse because people matter less.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Everybody who reads it agrees the fight against Biru is the peak of it because it's like the last time he seems like he's struggling.
The fight against Biru made me realize how much I appreciated the length of the Chimera Ant arc. Because without the build-up, it's cool.
Yeah.
With the build-up, it's epic.
Yeah.
But Emily thinks it was too long.
I know.
Chimera Ant arc.
I've heard that's very mixed.
I think the fan dub of that, it shouldn't be a fan dub, it should be a fan animated, where they just replace Sung Jin-woo with a milady.
With a fedora, instead of a hard hat, it's a fedora.
Make him a little pudgy, and don't change anything else so people realize how cringy he actually is.
Oh yeah, everything he does is only acceptable to women because of
He's
his
hot.
He's just like this.
Yeah.
Because he grew 2 feet.
I also don't know.
Yeah. I grew
don't
2
know,
feet
like,
in 2 months.
is he as attractive to the female audience, or because to me he looks like what guys think women want rather than maybe what women want. It's like what every guy imagines. Oh, if I looked like that, every girl would be into me.
Well, then I think we should have an episode about the female gaze, GAZE, because I know nothing about the female gaze.
I think
the
what
other
makes
one.
him, it's like the feeling small, like
Feeling small
Yeah.
and like being able to overcome it.
Yeah.
And then not.
Oh no, I was saying if you're talking about the female gaze, like feeling small and like
because
having
he's so
a guy
tall.
being able to pick you up and
Gotcha.
like,
Because
that's what
he's
you
a
like.
tall, thin guy,
Yeah.
but he's strong. Yeah.
and I mean he is kind of derpy, like he still has no like romantic EQ and like
Yeah, he is a little Mashal
He doesn't have any
Yeah.
romantic EQ, and no one around him has IQ because he changed body. He comes out in a different body, and nobody around him says shit.
yeah, I didn't know.
His mom was like, "It's you,
But
my
like his
son."
sister, is like, it's been a week, and like you grew 8 inches, and your face is different, and I know you didn't get the
When did you
Korean
get a
surgery to
haircut?
change your face. So like, what happened?
Maybe he did get surgery. Maybe it's so normalized.
Yeah,
that
she
it's
assumes he just did surgery.
And
Where'd
why
you
is
get the money for surgery?
And why is there
Yeah,
a barber
you could've
in
helped
the
Mom.
hospital?
Oh, there's a barber in the hospital.
No, why? I didn't see it. He all of a sudden his hair is cut and he has like a cool.
when you
undercut.
level up, you get a better haircut. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm doing push-ups.
Oh my god. But to your point, Steve, I do hope that like because of the backlash that has happened, like I hope people then look at this list of 6 animes and they're like, you know what? People must be upset for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me dabble.
Yeah, and I do hope I don't have high hopes because they went in the wrong direction, but I hope Crunchyroll does listen to the fan feedback and make it way less of a popular vote.
Yeah.
Get jury members who have to have watched all anime and publicly and go back to publicly telling everybody like how is the vote structured.
Or like if you want to keep doing stuff like this, have an anime of the year and like audience choice
popular.
awards.
So at Reddit's Anime Awards, everything is audience vote, and they have a jury, and the jury has to watch every anime, and they like all talk to each other. So like there is a popular winner for every single category, and then a jury winner, and that I think would make more sense because then I'd at least get something out of the Crunchyroll Awards.
Cool. Yeah. Why is Kaiju 8 in nominated for anime of the year?
Because Crunchyroll had it.
This is a product of Crunchyroll. Like they're not going to put a non-Crunchyroll in anime of the year.
Because the other ones, Solo Leveling aside, the other ones are so much better.
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the episode too. We're like when we did our episode,
This is the
our
outlier.
top 4 are there, and then Kaiju and Solo Leveling, which we had both. We didn't even talk about Solo Leveling, but we all agreed Kaiju didn't belong on the list.
Yeah.
So
Because I mean, you're missing things like Oshinoko, Dangers in My Heart, all the high dive ones.
Even Blue Box did very well. There were a lot of anime that did well that just didn't get attention
I feel like
because they're not the big action series.
And I also feel like Blue Box was a product of like Dub Jail, where
It was.
Like Zach Aguilar voices the main guy. Like there's big names on Blue Box, but because it was in
Tanjiro.
but because it was in Dub Jail, like
I think
you didn't watch it.
I think we talked about this.
It didn't come out until.
Like I'd gotten access to some statistics, and more than a majority of people in almost every single country watch dub.
Yeah.
So if you restrict a show from being available to people who watch dub only, you're cutting out more than 50% of the potential audience.
Yeah.
They get screwed because if it comes out 3 months later, if you're in Reddit or TikTok or Twitter or whatever, you've missed the conversation about the show.
Like that was, Yakuza Fiance is another example of that. It came out sub, there was no simul dub. And so I was like, well, I enjoy the series enough where I'm going to watch it in sub. And then they dropped all 12 episodes in dub like 4 months later.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'll rewatch it in dub because I enjoy it. But I'm like, again, like same thing with Blue Box. Like it came out weekly and then they just dumped all 13 episodes or however many episodes.
It's that streaming, like, oh, let's put it all there. And there's no conversation. There's no hype. There's nothing built. It's just
I will say this one did come out weekly at least for the sub but just the fact that it was kind of locked where people couldn't get access to the dubbing, it was a problem. So.
Well, Solo Leveling is what it was. If... For our viewers out there, one anime that they have to watch from this past season, from everything that was here.
Can I add one extra rule? Don't say your number one anime. From our awards, I picked Frieren. I think you picked Apothecary Diaries. You picked Dandadan. And my very close second was Dungeon Meshi. I was literally, I juggled in the vote. So pick a different show.
I would make them, I think everybody should watch Frieren.
Okay. So we're just gonna pick everybody else's.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Okay.
I'm picking Dangers in My Heart. I think it's a very good romance that a lot of I think Sign of Affection would also be a good answer. The first episode or two, the character seems a little weird. He gets out of it really quick. It's a facade. They're so cute together. It does all the things I wish romance did, where like they don't get stuck in quagmires for like weeks and weeks. They like talk things out. They're so goofy together. It progresses at like a normal pace. So that would be mine.
I changed mine to Windbreaker. I think it is the perfect shonen anime for women and gay men.
Yeah. Your conversation about like, would you pitch Solo Leveling? I wouldn't. I would much rather Windbreaker would be a much better example of like, it's still doing the action stuff, but there's more to it.
And then what would yours be?
From this past year?
From this past year. Anything that was on anything that was like on here or around here.
Spy Family Code White.
I did see that in theaters.
Yeah.
And for the 10th year in a row, Emily's award goes to your name.
Yes, always. I would probably say to throw a curveball in there.
Do it.
Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian, I think is a good one too. Another, I was going to say More Than a Married Couple, but Not Lovers, but that was 2 years ago, which I could not believe.
Yeah.
But I think it's a fun romance. I'm upset that it doesn't progress because you told me in the light
But season one is fine.
But season one is
totally fine to consume, and the siblings are the best part of that show.
Yeah, and another like great voice acting, like just people. It's just funny. It's so funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our episode.
That's our episode.
Where can we find us?
We can find us. Well, we can find us here, but you can find us at Perfectly Mid on Instagram and TikTok. We're obviously at Perfectly Mid Pod on YouTube, where you're finding us. We're also on Spotify and Apple Music.
Like and subscribe. Leave comments below. What did you think of the Anime Awards this year? And if you had to pick your nominees for what you've watched so far this year, what's on your top running? Yeah, and if you're like, why am I even going to write this? We're going to look at that. I'm looking for more recommendations at least. I won't lock them into it, but I will watch recommendations. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.